There we go. Good evening, all amateur radio operators and scanner listeners. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club Tuesday Night VHF Net. My name is Keith, and my call sign is KAABSA. However, for the purposes of net, we will be using the club call, or I will be, Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. All traffic will go through net control since emergency traffic may break in at any time. Please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of the net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, and to keep club members in the amateur radio public up to date on club happenings and meetings, and to enhance club net operating practices. This net meets every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. local time. All is welcome to join. I will start with announcements, or we will, and then ask for check-ins from manager or members who has announcements or information of general interest to our net. Once this is complete, I'll take regular check-ins. Please give your call, repeat it phonetically, followed by your name. When all check-ins are complete, I will close the net after repeating the announcements. And I have to look up the trivia questions. So, N80QP, are you with us tonight for announcements? Please go ahead, Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. Okay, El Presidente seems to be MIA. Wonder what's up with that.
It's called medical treatments.
Ow, I thought it was old-timer's disease.
That too. I got a couple of announcements if you want me to.
Sure, go right ahead.
Number one, the meeting is tomorrow night, 7:30 at the church. We will be doing a presentation on winter skywarn, and in particular cocoa rods, which is a way of reporting that the NWS uses on a regular basis. That's one. Secondly, we have a testing session coming up November 1st. I am going to need 3 VEs for that. If you'd like to sit in on the VE session, please give me a call or catch me here or something, so that I can put you in the seat. I have one person registered, and I think there may be another one, but I'm not sure yet. But, I think that's about all I got. I'll turn it back to your very capable hands, and I'll be listening out here. NAOQP.
Thank you for that, Pat. This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. All right, as Pat said, the meeting is next tomorrow at Oak Hill Presbyterian Church, 2406 Ardwell Avenue. Sometimes parking in front of the church is a little busy because choir is rehearsing as well the same night. There is a parking lot kind of around the corner of, I can't remember the name of the street. This is right there where you see the East Market Street. And okay, so anyone else wishing to make an announcement or for a general purpose for the meeting tonight, give me a call.
Forget the trivia.
Anything, I need to turn up my squelch a little bit, got a little background noise. We'll open up for general check-ins. please give me a call. This is Whiskey 8 Charlie, Romeo Charlie, looking for general check-ins for the net tonight.
Do you have a trivia question?
Yes, I do have a trivia question. Thank you for reminding me. I was looking it up while you were talking. All right, this trivia question, of course, is from the extra class exam question pool. Which of the following is a technique used for providing highly accurate and stable oscillators needed for microwave transmission and reception? A. Use a GPS signal reference. B. Use a rubidium, I probably pronounced that wrong, stabilized reference oscillator. C. Use a temperature-controlled high-Q dielectric resonator. D. All the choices above are correct. All right. So, who wishes to check in tonight? Give me a call.
F8 CCY, Bob.
All right, got you, Bob. Thank you. Next, please. Oh, come on now. Got to be more out there. Give me a call to check in to the Cricket River Amateur Radio Tuesday night VHF net. Please call Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie.
KAAG.
Thank you. John, got you in there. Next, please.
Whiskey Delta 8, Bravo, Quebec, Sierra, Steve, north end of Carter Falls.
All right, Steve, thank you. Next, please. All right, hearing none, we'll go to Bob, KF8CCY. How's it going? What's happening? And what's your guess for the trivia question?
We'll start off with the trivia question. We'll just go with D, all the above. When all else fails, pick all the above. Other than that, nothing much going on. Yesterday was the 8-week shot in the eye treatment. Just trying to get over that. Like I say, other than that, nothing else going on here. Just trying to stay dry and cool and, doing nothing. With that said, going back to the net, KF8CCY.
Very good, Bob. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be having a pipe delivered. I got a Compass Briarwood pipe coming and a new tobacco to try. Okay, let's see. We got John next. KAGKG John. Good evening. What's happening? How you doing? Got to answer the trivia question.
Yeah, good evening, Keith and everyone on the net. So you smoke a pipe, do you? If I could ask, where did you buy it, and what prompted you to buy that pipe?
I got it through Pipe and Cigars, and I used to a long while ago, and I dropped it. And then, dadgummit, I had to be around Bob, and him smoking and smelling the smell again, so I had to pick one up and take it up again.
A pipe in the evening, just once a day, and while I'm watching a video, maybe a movie or something. Well, congratulations. We'll have to get together one day and smoke a bowl and share radio stories. I started my day. A friend of mine I know, Russ, KD8V, Victor Yankee Tango. His dad passed away, and the funeral was this morning. And darn it, visiting hours was at 10 a.m., and I had to get up early to go to that. But I made it, and express my condolences to Russ. Russ is active on the 3.9 machine. I don't know if you've talked to him or not, but I know Russ. So I went to that, and then I came home. And didn't do much else today. Oh, I wrapped up some projects outside, cleaning up. I pulled some coax through the wall that I'm not using. I don't want to leave it out there exposed to the weather. So and I brought it all and rolled it up. So I cleaned up some of that kind of stuff today. It was nice and warm out, especially in the sunshine. So anyway, with regard to the trivia, I'm not sure. I'm going to say Bravo, probably. Maybe not. But no, I'm not. I'm going to say it's. What did you say D was, Keith?
Everyone's favorite. All the above.
Okay, I guess I'll just go with Bravo, but I don't think that's correct. So I'll say Bravo, and I'll tell you up front that it's going to be wrong. So not much else here to report. Gosh, I got doctor appointments tomorrow and Thursday. Oh boy, that's looking like fun. So I don't have anything else here. So with that, back to you, net control, and have a good net. This is bye for now.
All right, John, thank you. Got you down for Bravo. That takes us down to Steve, WDABQS. Good evening, Steve. How's it going? What's new? Got a guess for the trivia question. Bring it on. Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie.
Okay, Keith. Hi to everybody on the net. WD8BQS returning. Yeah, I'll guess A, and I stress that is a guess, so I have no idea. And I would also like to put in my, well, it's not really anything great. I guess you guys have already done it probably. But I only need Delaware to have my worked all states on FT8. So I think that's pretty doggone good. Got Alaska and Hawaii, which I thought were going to be my tough ones, but instead I think it's Delaware. So evidently I looked up the population. There aren't too many hams in Delaware. So it might be a little tough sledding there. But hopefully I'll get it one of these days. I'll get somebody kind enough to turn on their rig and work FT8 in Delaware. So other than that, I had one other question. On my 7300, when I was working FT8, everything was fine, and I switched to phone, and I noticed that when I have data mode, let me get another 5 cents here. Okay, when I'm in data mode, ACC is what it's, I think it's normally set to mic and accessory for FT8, but instead I guess I should have it on normal, should be ACC, I guess, accessory mode. Does any of you guys can verify that? Do I need to switch it back and forth, or is that just fine leaving it in ACC?
Okay, Pat, N8OQP, would you like to go direct with him with that question?
I'm kind of following you, but I'm not. Are you talking about where it says USB-D?
No, negative. What happens is when I key up the mic, if I switch back to phone, I get feedback. It like comes over the speaker, from the microphone, and I notice that if I switch it back from on data mode, instead of leaving it in mic accessory, I guess it is, or ACC, if I just switch it back over to ACC and turn the mic off, it works just fine, I think. So I'm just wondering if that's a normal situation, or if I've got if I had it switched wrong at the beginning.
Well, according to the stuff that I've read, it has to, whatever you're using as far as for the FT8 thing, you're supposed to use the back plug for that. I would think if they both aren't the same, you may have to switch. I'd have to look that one up, but it seems to me that one of the settings in the radio has a thing for data, and you want the data to come out the back port.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking because when I did switch it, I was kind of looking at all the obvious situations, and it looked like that was the one that did it. And when I keep the mic now, after I reset it back to accessory mode for normal, it seems like it got rid of my squeal, and it still transmits. So I must be doing something right.
The only thing you might want to do would be to KB9VBR has got a really good video out for setting that radio up for the FT8. You may want to, and I'm pretty sure he mentions changing that port thing back there. So I can refer you to him.
Okay, Pat, no problem. It's not a big deal either way, I guess. It's just it'd be nice if I could leave it set in one position instead of having to go into the menu and switch it back and forth. But it's mainly FT8 on the 7300 now because I have the Yaesu DX10 I can play with on voice. So no problem. All right, thanks you guys, and go back to net, WD8BQS, and thanks, Pat.
No problem, Steve. And by the way, Keith, that answer is either C or D, because I seem to remember something about a Pi network for that. But I'll take C as the first answer, D as the second.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you down for Charlie. All right, I'm at the bottom of the list here, so I'm looking for some more check-ins to join us tonight. And jump in there and holler at us, say your piece. This is Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie, looking for another check-in. Give me a call.
KF8CCY recheck.
All right, KF8CCY, go ahead, please.
Just want to say, don't blame me, Keith. Just don't blame me, please.
Oh, by the way, I ordered Cult Blood Red Moon.
What I'm smoking now, you'll love it.
All right, very good. Okay, looking for another check-in, give me a call. This is Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie. All right, I'm not hearing anyone yet. I'm going to go ahead and add our silent key, KB8PRK, to the log. Miss you, Ted. All right, this is Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie, looking for, boy, did I mess up his call. I went KABPRK. Have to go back and fix that. Looking for check-ins to the Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie, Crooked River Amateur Radio Club, Tuesday Night Net. Give me a holler, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Papa Bravo, KF8EPB, Brian in Cuyahoga Falls, and I'll be in and out tonight. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Brian, for joining us tonight and giving us a listen. If you haven't heard, we have a meeting tomorrow night at the church, Oak Hill Presbyterian Church in Akron, Ballard area. All right, next check-in, please. Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie.
I want to recheck for a second. There's something I probably should add here.
All right, N80QP, go ahead, please.
As you all know, we do from time to time VE testing. Because of the government shutdown, you can no longer get they won't issue an FRN number, but you're still allowed to do the testing. For anybody that is going through the registration to get into a particular test or into a particular VE testing site, we usually require you to have an FRN. Since they're not issuing them anymore, they are, whenever the registration sites ask for an FRN, you're supposed to just put 10 zeros in there. Because and what the software does, it'll pick up on those zeros and say that you don't have an FRN number, and it won't issue until once put in there. So if you're taking a test, if you're coming to see us or whatever, the thing I would suggest is taking. You don't really have to go to the FRN site until after the government bank opens back up. So I had to do a little clarifying on that myself today. So I just figured I'd spread that along. And I'll keep it for. I'll go back to Ned here.
All right, thank you, Pat. That's good information to know, especially if you're new to amateur radio and wanting to get your first license. All right, this is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. Net control tonight for the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club Wednesday or Tuesday night. Net, if you wish to check in, please give me a call. All right, I'm about to get the stick out, shake the bushes, beat the bushes. Looking for some more check-ins. I always worked for Ron on the barometer net. This is Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie. Give me a call for check-in. All right, I'm not hearing anything. We'll go ahead and repeat the announcements, and then followed by the trivia question. Well, after the announcements, I'll give one last try, and then we'll do the trivia question. Pat, N8OQP, go ahead, please.
Remember, meeting tomorrow night at church? It'll be, the presentation's going to be on winter Skywarn and the use of it. I'd kind of like to put a little group like that together again. We had it once before. Worked out pretty well. I'll have all the information for signing up and all that kind of stuff. So, if you can make it, please plan on attending. As far as we have a VE session coming up November 1st at 10 a.m. at the church. We will, the registration's open. You have to be registered by 24 hours before the testing session. So that gives you till, what is there, 30 days in November, right? Okay. That'll give it to you the Friday morning beforehand. You'll need to be registered if you want to take this test. So I think that's it, except for what I said about the FRN, which I'm not going to, it's too wordy, so I'm not going to repeat that. And we'll go back to Ned. N8OQP.
Okay, very good. Hey, Bob, KF8CCY. Since you're involved with them, what is the date on the Hamfest down there at Mars, or BAPS?
Is November 2nd.
Okay, very good. Shoot, figures have to be a church. All right, thank you for that. All right, this is Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie looking for check-ins one last time for the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club, BHFnet. Please give me a call. There we are. All right. I thought I locked the key down. Which of the following technique is provided for a highly accurate, stable oscillator needed for microwave transmission and reception? A GPS signal reference. B, a rubidium, well, I know I messed that word up, stabilized reference oscillator. A temperature-controlled high-Q dielectric resonator. And D, all the above. And I would like to say that everyone got it right. However, D was the best answer for that. So, D is the correct answer for that question, all the above. All right. One last round for check-ins. Please give me a call. This is Whiskey Charlie, Romeo Charlie. In preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Because if you wouldn't, there would be no net, and I would probably be sitting here talking to myself. But, this is Keith, KABSA. It's been my pleasure to host tonight's evening net. At this time, I will close the net with 7 check-ins, counting Ted, and return the repeater back to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey Charlie, Romeo Charlie, closing the net at 7:27 local time. 7-3, everyone.
Keith.
Bob.
Yeah, Keith.
What compass did you say you bought?
It's got a briarwood bowl.
I'll have briarwood, but you have aluminum wrapped, or you have all wood, smooth, or rusticated.
Well, looks like a wooden bowl to me.
Smooth or rusticated? Curious.
I'm not sure. Hopefully it'll get here tomorrow. It just looks like a briarwood bowl. We'll see.
Say no biggie, just curious. I know I was looking, I bought all 7 colors, made a pipe rack to hold all 7 of them, and now they have a new color, gold, so I'm out of luck.
Well, or you can always build a new pipe rack.
All right, gentlemen, see you tomorrow night, 73 State to you all. KF8CCYA, we're clear.
All right, very good. If it gets here before the meeting, I'll bring it along with me. I'm going to go upstairs. I got stuff in the oven. It comes out in 15 minutes. Trying a cheese or hash brown hamburger casserole. So I'll say 7-3 to everyone. And see you tomorrow, hopefully, if you're join us for the meeting. This is KABSA.
Hamburger hash brown casserole. Man. In 15 minutes, I can probably make that.
I was wondering if I could make it.
Move it.
Thank you.
Picked up the house and moved it. You doubled with someone, Pat. I'm not sure who.
I just said thanks for doing the net, Keith, WD8BQS.
Okay. You're welcome, Steve. Now we know who we doubled with. And there for a minute was a perfect double. I couldn't understand either one of you. And then Pat broke the tape at the end.
Yeah, I must confirm, data off mode is under connections, and I switched it to ACC, and I just worked several people on FT8, so I know ACC is okay. And the other choice was mic ACC, and that's why I had the feedback. So I guess I'm just going to leave it on ACC and be done with it.
Okay, hey, experimentation. That's kind of what amateur radio is all about. Yeah, check out KBAP or VBR, KB9 VBR. He's a very informative, smart gentleman.
KB9 VBR. Got it down here, and I'll probably have to check out one of his videos.
I don't know if you were at the meeting at the time, but we had him as a guest in on Zoom one time.
I'm not sure, Keith, if I was there on that one or not. Was it about FT8? I can't remember.
No, actually, it was about fox hunting.
He was the guy I had come in on fox hunting.
Thanks for refreshing my memory. Yeah, I got to remember too that I got these two HF rigs, and I got to hook up a antenna to the Yaesu because I have to unplug it. I need another switch now to switch between the Yaesu and the 7300, so I don't accidentally turn one on and try to transmit on no antenna.
All right, very good. Pat, what were you saying?
Just confirmed what you said about him coming in for the fox hunting thing.
Yeah, I like watching his videos. All right, catch you gentlemen later, and ladies listening, you're more than welcome to join in too. This is Keith, KABSA. I'm going to go 7-3 and upstairs because it's almost time to pull out the oven.
Hey, Keith, and he'll keep you.
So, Pat, you're going to teach us how to, what do we have for winter Skywarn? Is it like a blizzard conditions type of thing, or ice storms, that type of thing?
Well, it's a little different than what everybody is normally, than the summer stuff. We'll probably just use the Skywarn page for the reporting. But there's this other program that's called Cocoa Roz, and the NWS uses that to take reports from. It's kind of a nationwide thing. We're going to talk about that, and I'll show you how to get into it and that kind of stuff. But it's just a little bit different.
Yeah, right. I'm a member of Cocoa Roz, by the way, and I have the rain gauge that they recommend, and they tell you how to catch the snow and during the winter, so you can report how much snow you've had and that kind of stuff. It is kind of interesting, and the snow reporting is a little bit complicated because you have to melt the snow to read it on your rain gauge. So it does take a little bit of explaining.
Well, what I'm figuring is if we just put a local group together, you guys can still keep reporting to the Cocoa Roz, but it will get. I usually, in the past, that Skywarn group has had more luck in the winter than we did in the summer. There's a lot more reports that come in.
I just wondered, there's not a whole lot of NWS warnings or anything like that. Is there activations for Skywarn? At least I don't remember hearing that many, unless there's like blizzard conditions coming.
Normally what we try to do is, or at least what I try to do, and as many as the other, like Marty, the other net control, and I will, if there's going to be blizzard conditions out, we'll likely be on the radio, just to make sure nobody gets stuck anywhere.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea. Even if there's a lot of snow coming versus even blizzard conditions, I guess. You know, you pull into a place and you come out and there's snow all over the place and your car's buried in snow. It'd be nice to be advised that that's coming, I suppose. So that is a good idea. Didn't think about that. And I'm glad I got my 7300 straightened out. And any ideas on how to get Delaware?
Well, I've hit there before, but it's been a while. Depends on what band you're wanting to. If you're wanting like 40, you could probably try it at different times of the day.
Yeah, I've been doing that recently now, but I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on it. I noticed that the East Coast, right around Delaware, seems to be. I have that grid squares map, and it's red when there's nobody out there transmitting, and it does seem to be a little more red more times than not. So maybe there is just that. It was really funny because my granddaughter's the one that looked up the how many hams were in Delaware, and she said it's like 0.01% or something like that, which is kind of strange.
We're one of the biggest. I know we've got the top amount of people in the ARRL, but the other thing I was just thinking of, you could use that DX reporter. Something might pop up on there you might be able to get to.
DX reporter. Okay, I haven't heard of that one, so I'll have to look for that. But yeah, that's a good idea. I think the grid square things it's a good way to go about it. It's just that it seems like it's always red, which means there's nobody out there, and at least nobody active, I should say, is what I meant to say. Yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and get somebody. I would like to have this worked all states. And this EQSL is really neat. I almost get text messages or emails almost 1 or 2 a day now with guys sending me their EQSLs, and it looks like a QSL card, but it's digital, and it's in like a photo type thing. And I don't like that because I don't have a hard copy to put in my folder.
You got a printer?
Yeah, that's true, Pat. I never thought of that. That might work. Yeah, I'll have to try that. See, the simple things in life.
And there isn't anything more simple than I am. Never mind, I didn't say that.
I love it. What do they call that? Deprecating or whatever it is. I don't know. Pretty neat.
Oh, I've had a lot of practice.
Yeah, me too. WD8PQS for ID.
Is that 8OQP? Yeah, also wanted to say that thing you posted about the thing in 1954 without trying to go into any politics or anything like that. I think you're right.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Not that I want to get into that either, but I thought that was kind of weird. I told my wife we were talking about that, and I don't want to see New York get all messed up if what that guy's talking about. But I don't like it. It used to be a nice thing, and I think back when I was growing up, I remember them going around arresting people that were declaring they were communists. And my wife said, "No, I don't remember that." And I said, "Yeah, that scared me when I was a kid that they were actually arresting people because they were had communistic leanings, I guess, which I thought was kind of weird."
That was McCarthyism, I think is what they called that.
Yeah, I looked it up, and it said like the Congress had done away with a lot of it, but it is still on the books as a I don't know if you call it a law or whatever it was, but that it's still there, and yet we let these people in. And I remember when the Democrats and Republicans were just two different ways of thought on how to run the country, and I was okay with that. And I didn't have a problem with that at all. But it just seems like the communistic leanings is what bothers me. And I, like I said, didn't want to get into this, but hey, that's just what I think. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, we won't hold anything against you, and I hope you don't do that with me, because I do tend to be a bit vocal here and there.
No, I'm okay, Pat. I'm okay with it. It's the same way with somebody thinking the opposite direction I am in. They've got a right to think that way. It's just that, I guess it's a little bit of my 4 years in the Navy background and stuff like that. You just hate to see things going down the tubes. I don't care if New York's got a Democratic mayor or a Republican mayor. I don't care. Whatever they elect is what they elect. It's up to them. But I just hate to see it going the communist way. That's because we're not that way.
Yeah, when you were in my shoes, especially with the one show I do on Monday nights with the political stuff, I pretty much have to at least keep an eye on certain things, because I'm not going to let the guy I argue with get over top of me. But as far as that goes, I remember a time when you went through the election, the guy got in the office, then you didn't have to worry till the next election. We need to go back to that.
Yeah, see, we agree on that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I don't see what the big deal is. You just have to have some faith in the people that are electing these guys, and I think that's the big thing. But some of them are just I don't know. But hey, that's all right. I work the polls too, Pat, and it's really hard. You should see it down there. Guys are come in and say, I don't like this guy or I don't like that guy, and we have to keep our mouth shut. We can't say a word. It says, okay, I can't say anything about that because we're supposed to remain neutral.
I wouldn't want to end up in jail for politicaling for somebody. Isn't there a law that says you can't be within 1,000 feet of a polling place?
Yeah, there actually, if somebody comes in wearing a shirt with somebody's name on it that's running for office, or something really political, that we have to tell them either to take the shirt off or turn it inside out or leave, and if they refuse, we're supposed to be able to let them get in there, but we can't have them loitering around. Then we can't refuse to let them vote. But it's just one of those things where we'd rather they turn the shirt inside out. Same thing with the hat. Take the hats off and that kind of stuff. So they're watched. They're watched pretty closely, and we have guys coming in checking on the polls 2 or 3 times during the voting session that watch out for that stuff, and if we have any problems, we're supposed to let them know, that type of thing. So it's being watched.
I would imagine after everything that's happened over the last 8 or 10 years, they'd almost have to watch it like that.
Yeah, and something else, Pat. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how long ago it was, but there was guys at the school dressed in looked like military fatigues. They had those batons on their belt, and they were standing in front of the door to the voting place. And we had to call the sheriff's department. They would not leave. They said, well, we're not doing anything, and they were standing outside the doors, and people were being intimidated by them standing there, and they were turning around and walking away from the polls.
I believe that. I saw something similar when they used to have the voting over here at Betty Jane. They had signs 15 feet or 15 people holding signs 15 or 20 feet away from where you entered the poles. And of course, then again, I knew what the law was. They ended up chasing the people up 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah, right. I don't know. For the people that are, I forget what they call that now. There's a name for it. That are pushing their candidate or whatever. They have to stay 100 feet away from the door to the entryway to the school, and we put flags out, American flags stuck in the ground 100 feet. We have to measure that off, and they have to remain outside that 100-foot area, and they have to, if they and they're not supposed to be able to even talk to you guys that are coming in to vote, but they are allowed to hand out literature. They just can't stop you or hold you up while you're coming in to vote.
I just keep right on walking.
Yeah, I had one guy came in, Pat, and I can't remember what party he was for, but it was funny because he said the guy that stopped him and handed him a list of people to vote for, he said, well, I really don't need it, but now I know who not to vote for.
Union, they used to have a cap fund, and what they do with that is, or at least some of the money they would take and they were politically influencers, and then the other money they went out and paid the people to hold the signs and that, and they got the same thing there as you just said. They would, they would hand you a list. Oh, I know I'm not going to vote for that one.
Yeah, isn't that funny how it can be used both ways, which I think is kind of nice. I don't refuse it. I just take it and don't you just don't sit there and argue with them. Just take it and walk away. And no matter what party it is, I have my mind made up when I walk in there, because I usually get a ballot. You can print them off the internet, whichever party you are, and it shows you if you want to vote, who you want to vote for, or who you don't want to vote for, that type of thing. And it's neat to do some investigating too. You can see how the people lean, which way some of these candidates lean, and it's kind of interesting, and where they come from and that kind of stuff. So it's really kind of neat. I really was never into politics. Like you said, when I was growing up, it was just it was neat when it was coming up. You got all those buttons. You could, as kids, you could play with them and that kind of stuff. And now it's like you've definitely got my granddaughter is into this at school now. She's telling me about all the stuff that goes on at school, and she's in 7th grade, and they're really. The kids are really, I don't want to talk to you because you're for this guy and that type of thing. That goes on in 7th grade.
And when they grow up, they're the first ones to fight with their family.
Yeah, can you imagine that? They let my brother and I would have discussions about that. We wouldn't fight to the point of of getting mad at each other. It was just we'd get into these discussions about this kind of stuff, and we kind of as soon as we start getting too heated, we'd back away. It's just one of those things. But he was a union guy, really strong union guy. He worked for the International Chemical Workers Union, and he used to be a judge. He used to be a judge's bailiff in Akron, and he got involved with the judge's daughter, and it was really funny because the Beacon Journal put a little thing in the paper. It said, "Here comes the bride, there goes the job." And believe it or not, he got divorced after going through all that. Now he's in South Carolina or someplace like that. Now I'm going to have to make a little trip down there before I can't drive anymore. Now
you were mentioning there Oof. I was trying to tell you something now I don't remember. Good grief. I hate when I do that.
I'll tell you what, Pat, I'm not laughing at you because this is the same thing I go through every time I know I have a physical to go to at the doctor's office, because one of the first things they do is give you that memory test and all that stuff. And I'm going, I couldn't do this in high school, and you want me to do it now? Like, say the months backwards, or the counting backwards is no problem, or say the ABCs backwards. I don't know if you've tried doing that, but that's crazy. That is really crazy. A lot of people can do it, but for some reason I never could do anything like that.
Yeah, I've tried it a couple times. I have it listed in front of me, I could do it. But in memory, no way.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, I better get down there, downstairs. My wife's turned on the alarm, and I want to see if she needs anything, or if she's might be coming up now. Oh, it's only 7:51. We usually stay down there till at least 9. All right. Well, listen, Pat, you take it easy, and yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I don't know of anything big coming up to vote on, so we got that going for us this time. Just probably some little local stuff, and maybe a couple of I don't know if there's any school levies this time around. I don't think there is, but they usually have these renewable things they don't talk about, that they're just, this isn't a new tax, it's just a renewal or whatever of an old one. So, all right, listen, we'll talk to you later. Catch you later, WD8BQS.
Okay, Steve, have a good evening, sir. Good talking to you. And we'll see you tomorrow night, 7-3, and 8 OQP.